Alchemy with copper metal. If you can remember, if you've been following me for the last 5 years or so, if you can remember back to the book of 3 words that I talked about, that I came across by accident, and in the book of 3 words, in the last chapter of the book, there was it was an old science book, and it had a chapter on alchemy. And in the alchemy chapter, which was short and sweet, it had one thing I gleaned from it: 3 words. And those 3 words, people ask me, what are those 3 words? What are those 3 words? And I did some alchemy experiments regarding those 3 words. And some of the YouTube videos I made on that were focused on terminology about the actum, leyden, alchemy letters. If you've heard of those, ACTUM, actum, leyden, LEYDEN, alchemy letters. So the 3 words that were tucked away in that book were copper, salt, and vinegar, meaning copper metal, sea salt, and white vinegar. And so those 3 words stood out to me, and I composed an experiment which I made in videos a while back, and you may have seen them on my channel. They're still in my channel, and this is the result. The experiment is still going. It might have been 2018 when I started it, or later. So we're looking at possibly roughly 5 years, give or take. This experiment's been going on with sea salt, white vinegar, and copper metal. And it appears to have resolved or be resolving into what looks like it could be a red powder, which is interesting. Dissolving copper metal with nothing more than sea salt and vinegar over time, very slowly. A couple things I found helps the equation. Leaving it sit still didn't show a lot of change quickly. A couple things helped. Opening the cap to let oxygen in seemed to help. And the one thing that really seemed to get it going was shaking up the bottle. That's something I just started doing recently. And major changes, because if you've been following these videos, the copper, sea salt, and white vinegar, the salt was white, the vinegar was clear, the copper metal was copper, single strand copper wire that had been stripped. It was nice and clean and shiny, bright and shiny, and there was some color changes like blues and greens going on, and shaking it up, boom. Look at it now. All I did was shake it up. Shake it up, baby, now. Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Twist and shout. So, major changes just from shaking it up. The matter quickly went through changes. Look at that. Look at that. It dissolved the copper metal without violence into an interesting reddish-colored substance. Copper is interesting in alchemy. Some of the alchemy manuscripts, the old ones, they steered away from copper. Some of them actually touched upon the subject, even going as far as calling it our gold and stuff like that. So, copper metal has always been a little bit of a brain teaser in alchemy study, alchemy research. The copper metal, and now look at this, it's resolved into a reddish material. There's a glob of sea salt, you see, and down here, let's shake it up a bit. Oh, we've still got some undissolved conglomeration down there, but look at this material in here. A red powder. Interesting. Some of the old alchemy manuscripts spoke about washing unknown substance that the alchemists worked upon, washing the unknown substance with things like salt and vinegar, washing it. Yeah, so this is quite an interesting experiment. I don't see any option here to turn the flash on. So, hopefully the lighting is good. Yeah, the lighting's good. Look at that lighting. Look at that red material. There we can see some of the undissolved copper metal. Shiny, shiny. You see? Shiny, shiny. Is it dissolving the metal, or is it extracting something from it? The spirit or soul of the metal, as it were, in alchemy. And look at that. Look how it looks like blood. It looks like it's got little bubbles in it, like air bubbles. I think this is quite an interesting discovery in alchemy. There's the copper metal. And we saw the sea salt down there. The liquid is white vinegar. I'm going to allow this experiment to continue and see where it goes. Blood. The word blood comes up in the old alchemical manuscripts. This is going to be an interesting substance. Copper metal dissolved in what appears to be a red powder is what I think I may be seeing here. And these were simply, as far as the sea salt and vinegar, these were simply store-bought ingredients. And the copper metal was just leftovers, leftover scraps of wire from work that I did. Wire that's readily available at hardware stores. Matter of fact, I think this wire came from Home Depot. And it originally had green insulation on it because it was used as grounding wire. Not that it matters, but that's the history of the ingredients. Store-bought white vinegar is a very mild solution of acetic acid in distilled water. The sea salt may have said, I think a lot of times in the store it says Mediterranean sea salt. I don't know if that matters. I can tell you the sea salt came from Target. I do know that. And so the white vinegar probably also came from there. As a matter of fact, if I recall, I think it did. And look at these results. There you have it, folks. Copper metal reacted with sea salt and vinegar. It appears to be a dissolution. I think this has importance in alchemy. It'll be interesting to do some further tests. Maybe finish the dissolution. Open the cap, let some oxygen in, shake it up some more. Maybe finish the dissolution, and then maybe evaporate it to dryness and see what I've got. Maybe try washing it, try dissolving and try to separate out the salt, the sea salt and vinegar, leaving only the material extracted from the copper, extracted or dissolved. That might be interesting. The color If you read the old alchemy manuscripts and their hints and stuff, copper, our gold, dissolving things with secret waters into a blood red powder or something like that of that nature. This, in my opinion, is an interesting experiment. Dissolving without harshness, without violence. A simple dissolution, decoction, as the alchemists called it. Okay, well, that's what's going on with this experiment. Subscribe to my channel for updates. If you like my channel, help support it. We need watch hours. We need likes. Smashing the like buttons on the videos will help. That's what we really need. Smashing the like buttons, commenting, sharing the videos. YouTube says we're a bit short on watch hours for our channel growth. I think alchemy is an interesting subject. Maybe we'll bring it back and revive it if we get some interest here. So anyway, this is the Steven School Alchemy YouTube channel. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.